Selfridges is one of London's oldest and most famous department stores. First opened its doors in 1908. Erin Thompson is in charge of the visual look of the store, and she's just completed an overhaul of the in-store signs that guide shoppers around, a task that was not as simple as it sounds. A team of people led by outside design consultants spent a total of 18 months analysing traffic patterns and shoppers' needs before coming up with the new look.
It's enormously complex. It's one of those projects that you think from the outside is like a real quick win, real quick turnaround. And actually, we had to look at everything from the content, what we called things. So we had to rename rooms, look at whether they were called something that made sense to the customer. And you can imagine that took a long time to agree on, with lots of different opinions. Even to the weight of the font, the type of font, whether that would relate to other fonts that were used across the business, and then to what the actual vehicle looked like and where it was located across the store, and other things that we potentially had to move out of the way to put this in. So all of that took a long time, a period of months. Really, the wayfinding consists of headline news only. So we don't go into a description, we don't qualify anything, it's just headline news. One of the ideas is that as you walk through the store, you should be able to absorb it as you keep walking and not have to stop and necessarily check and read things too much.
The job of rethinking Selfridges in-store signs fell to the London design consultancy Cartledge Levine. Their efforts have now been recognised by being shortlisted for a major new design award. They're competing with 99 other designs from around the world for the title Design of the Year at London's Design Museum.
We first of all had to really understand how the building worked, how people moved around the building, and organise a complete new plan of signs to put information in the right place at the right time, etc. And the problems were multifaceted. Another problem we had to solve as well was the one of flexibility. A department store such as Selfridges changes very regularly, literally almost on a monthly basis, so you have to deliver a system.
Selfridges had an existing font which was Helvetica, which is a very sort of ubiquitous font that's used everywhere, and we actually moved away from Helvetica and wanted to give the store a little bit more personality. So we chose a font called Avant-Garde, which is just a little bit more kind of different from that and a bit more special, which suited the store environment, because it's a very glamorous store, and they wanted to sort of give it a little bit more interest.
The Brit Insurance Design of the Year Award exhibition is showcasing all 100 of the world's best designs in all fields, as nominated by 50 experts. The exhibition is being held at London's Design Museum. Besides the new graphics for Selfridges, it includes the Tenori On, a digital musical instrument from Japan, and the American-designed low-cost laptops for the Third World, costing under £100 each. There's also innovative lighting from around the world, like the Pizza Cobra, featuring low-voltage LED lamps designed by Ron Arad for Iguzzini. And to show the breadth of design solutions encompassed by the new award, the cameras now dotting the streets of central London as part of the city's congestion charging system.
We're trying to provide a snapshot every year of the best of design from around the world. We've asked 50 spotters to tell us what they think is good, from graphics to fashion to architecture to furniture. And we brought together 100 of the best, and it's going to be the long list for a short list of what we think are going to be the 7 best of the year, and then we have a dinner in March to say this is the one, this is the design of the year.
One of the more unusual exhibits is this giant video screen designed for pubs, clubs and other public spaces, where people can have fun interacting with the computer-generated display, creating their own moving snapshots. It's the idea of Ross Phillips, head of interactive projects at showstudio.com, and it's so new it doesn't yet have a name. So far this is the only one in existence, but it's proving one of the more popular exhibits at the show and sparking interest among gallery owners and others wanting a crowd puller for their public space.
I guess the idea behind it is to allow people to come to it with their own ideas and be creative within a space that we've given them. If you invest some time in it, you can really create something, whether it be a narrative or a kind of more complex image or jokes, or you could tell a story, or there's a lot you yourself can bring to it and in a sense own the work.
A British idea that's already in production is Peter Marigold's concept for portable storage units. Made from expanded polypropylene, they're light but stacked together in strong formations that are ideal for many different uses.
They're being used by a chain of shops who are now using them as display systems, which is really good because you can make very dynamic configurations. They match shop environments because you can change the configuration around every so often. You can put it more horizontally as well.
Not on display at the gallery, but another of the top 100 nominated designs is Volume, a light and music environment which was on show outside London's Victoria and Albert Museum in January of 2007. It was conceived and created by a British group called United Visual Artists, using motion sensors to trigger computer-generated light patterns and sounds.
UVA is a collective of programmers, production designers, and art directors, and we fuse those three elements to create these interesting, futuristic installations. And we really wanted to kind of juxtapose the old with the new, because this is such a beautiful setting, and rather than trying to create something which fits in nicely with the surroundings, we wanted to create that real kind of juxtaposition of temperatures of light.
Another British nominee in the top 100 designs of 2007 is this solar-powered boat which plies the Serpentine Reservoir in London's Hyde Park. Built by Solar Lab Research and Design, the Solar Shuttle was launched last year. It can carry up to 42 passengers. The innovative curved glass roof is made up of 27 solar panels. It's entirely pollution-free and is silent in operation.
This boat has 27 modules on it, and they drive a boat which weighs 14 tons, and it drives it effortless throughout the year, and we even create more energy than we need, so we sell it back to the national grid.
Britain is a partner in the European consortium that produces the world's largest passenger plane, the A380 Airbus. A London-based consultancy, Priestman Good, was given the job of designing the interiors and has also been nominated for the Design of the Year award. Internationally renowned, the multidisciplinary design studio came up with an interior that encompassed the need for relaxation, entertainment, business and sleep all within the same space, and in a style that will not date too quickly. Fashion designer Giles Deacon, whose work has been described as the perfect blend of whimsy and wow, is also among the UK-based nominees. Here he's seen working with materials featuring Swarovski crystals for the London Fashion Show. Giles describes his designs as slightly subversive. Critics say they retain sophistication with a witty use of high craft. But although UK designers have a strong presence in this top 100, there are entries from all over the world, and all of them are serious contenders for an award, including these free communal bikes, the Velib or Velo Libre, introduced in Paris last year.
In each continent or in each country, design often represents something different, and people take into context whether it's cultural heritage or something which is very contemporary. There could be political and social issues which vary a lot in each country. So what we're trying here to present is a very broad spectrum of design, and also in terms of having an international reflection upon that. So rather than having a very Europe-focused pool of designs here, we wanted to try and really get and reach other corners of the world as well.
The London Design Museum has built up a reputation as a world leader in exhibiting contemporary design, and the new Design of the Year award will help focus attention on the wealth of clever design solutions evolving every year from all corners of the globe. The 100 best designs featured in this inaugural event will be judged later this month, with a winner in each of 7 categories and an overall winner to be announced at a ceremony to be held at the Design Museum.